Hi guys, welcome back to the channel and to another World of Warcraft video. Today I'm going to go a little bit more in depth on what we know so far about covenants in World of Warcraft Shadowlands. First up, what are covenants? As you quest through the 4 zones in Shadowlands, you'll come across covenants, which are the powers that rule over those zones. Once you reach the max level of 60, you'll have a choice to align yourself with one of these covenants. The Kyrians of the Bastion Zone are the virtuous, angelic beings that help take the souls from the living to the realm of the dead. The Necrolords of Maldraxxus are out to protect the Shadowlands by bringing in the strong and casting out the weak, and reforming the greatest of undead soldiers. The Night Fae of Ardenweld are the guardians of nature who sustain the cycle of death and rebirth, taking the essences of the mortal souls and rejuvenating the lives of slumbering spirits. The Venthyr of Revendreth are the vampiric punishers of the Shadowlands. If you were evil, sinful, or otherwise horrific in life, you would be sent to Revendreth for the Venthyr to rehabilitate you and build you back up again. Each of these covenants will then have their own covenant sanctum that you'll be spending a lot of time in. This is very similar to the class halls that we experienced in Legion. So you get to choose whether you're in the enchanted forests of Ardenweld, the radiant halls of Bastion, a creepy skeletal monument of Maldraxxus, or the gothic castles of Revendreth. As you're questing in the respective zones and learning more about the covenants themselves, you'll learn about each one's special abilities that you'll earn once you align yourself to that specific covenant. The first of the abilities that they'll give to you is available to all members of that covenant regardless of class, race, or spec. It will typically be a non-combat ability that will allow you to explore the world in a different way, essentially solving a problem without having to fight it. We do have some examples of these abilities. For instance, the Kyrian Unburden ability will increase your movement speed significantly for a 4-second period while reducing the radius of which enemies will detect you. The Night Fae have a Soul Shape ability that will turn you into a spirit fox, increasing your speed and causing mobs to ignore you for 10 seconds. Or you can use it until cancelled while in a rest area, hanging out in your Covenant Sanctum as a spirit fox, or one of the other really cool forms like the Glimmerfly or Runestag. The Necrolords Transcend the Flesh will allow you to separate from your body, making it invisible and untargetable, but your body stays vulnerable, so if your body dies, so will you. If you stay within 60 yards of your body, you'll be good to go, and when it ends, your body will align back up with your soul. This could be very useful sneaking around a pack of enemies and then allowing your body to join back up to where you are. The Venthyr have Door of Shadows, which is essentially a teleport ability, allowing you to pass through the shadows appearing at the targeted location of your choice. The second of the Covenant abilities that you will receive are the class-specific abilities themselves. This is the more active of the abilities, meant to have you solve your problems through combat. We don't know of all the abilities that will be available as of this video, but we do have examples of all the Mage Covenant abilities. If you're a Mage class, aligning with the Kyrian will give you Radiant Spark, which does a blast of arcane damage and then additional damage over time. In addition to that, your next 4 direct damage spells will deal increasing damage up to 100%, causing massive amounts of powerful damage combination abilities to take down mobs. Aligning with the Necrolords will give you Contagion Bolt, which does a blast of shadow damage to the enemy, while for an 8-second period, your single target spells will cause shadow damage to splash to other nearby enemies. Night Phase will provide mages with shifting power, dealing nature damage to nearby enemies, and the longer you channel that spell, you'll increase your haste by 5%. And aligning with the Venthyr will provide Mirrors of Torment, which provides a debuff to your enemy by causing shadow damage and root effects every time they try and cast a spell or an ability. That should be pretty powerful in PvP. We do know at least all of the Kyrian abilities for every class so far based on the demo that was available at BlizzCon. I'll display them here and then leave a link in the description below for you to check out. We'll be able to learn more as more development is shared on Shadowlands, but it will definitely be interesting to learn what the other Covenant abilities for each class will be. Next, we'll move on to Soulbinds. In Shadowlands, 2 souls can bind themselves together. Whether it's through friendship, romantic partnership, or combat partners, they can bind to become stronger. Once you've reached max level and joined your covenant, you'll also be able to bind your soul with one of the several powerful characters from that covenant. This will actually allow you to possibly learn new abilities that your class may not typically know otherwise. For example, Theotar, the Mad Duke from the Venthyr Covenant, would teach you Arrogance, a 5% increased critical strike chance against targets whose current health percentage is lower than yours. Or Nadia, the Mistblade, also from the Venthyr Covenant, has Deflecting Flourish, causing your parry to be increased by 6%. And if you don't know how to parry, Nadia will teach you that. Soulbinding gives you a type of talent tree where you can use the power of Anima to unlock more traits. Anima is the soul essence, the power that infuses the Shadowlands. We'll also need a new item called Conduits to be able to unlock powers as well, which we don't know too much about at the moment. You'll choose the soulbind that best suits your character, and switching soulbinds will be as easy as switching out your talents. You'll get to learn some deeper backstory of your chosen soulbind as you venture throughout your adventures in the Shadowlands. Each of the covenants also have their own rewards. You'll receive access to special themed covenant armor and weapons, as well as backpack-styled items in place of your regular cloak, which all look so amazing. There's also an upgradable mount, so as you progress your relationship with your covenant, the more you'll gain. There's also world benefits, like as a member of the Necrolords being able to construct your own customizable abomination. At max level, you'll have the ability to go on an adventure and a unique campaign for the covenant that you've chosen. You will be able to change your covenant, but it is expensive and you will lose all the benefits of the current covenant. You'll need to earn your way back up the chain for the new one that you've selected. So having the ability to go through each of the zones and learning about each of the covenants is extremely important in this expansion, as it will essentially shape the way the rest of the endgame plays out for you. I am super excited for this feature coming to Shadowlands. I think it's unique and a really great way to immerse yourself and to create a different path and adventure into the expansion itself. I'm very much looking forward to dusting off some of my alts to level and to experience the other covenants as we go along in the expansion. So that is what we know so far on covenants in World of Warcraft Shadowlands. Let me know what you think of this feature down below. Thank you so much for watching. Leave a thumbs up if you liked it and share it with your friends. You guys are awesome, and I will see you in the next video.